Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Quack Report. We are post Seattle Kraken game live right now. So if you're listening to this the next day, I'm sorry, you're too late. Don't rush to YouTube. But we're going to be reacting to...
No, rush to YouTube. Look at us. We are, I got to say, we are gorgeous today. I just got to say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So
we're
looking all right. We're looking all right.
I did not put any effort into my appearance, so I appreciate that you think I look good.
You look great, man.
You look good as well. Did you get a haircut?
Okay. Technically, yes.
Okay, however, if you say, no, I got multiple haircuts, I'm going to drive over to your house and smack you.
No, I was going to say, no, it was just a little trim around the ears on my neck, and she took off like just a little bit, so it like off the little very front, just so it doesn't get in my eyes. Other than that, though, I'm trying to grow it out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So it was more just I actually did my hair today. That's the thing. If I'm not wearing a hat, generally I actually will get asked that question. Did you get a haircut or that? I'm like, no, I'm just not wearing a hat today.
That's true. Yeah. Back when I saw you all the time, I like knew the difference. Well, I knew you were going to get a haircut or not, like when we lived together. But yeah, now that I like hardly see you, now I'm just that guy. So
yeah, no, I'm trying to let it grow out a little bit. Not quite. I'm thinking like not quite Trevor Zegras length, more like Tom Holland right now, I guess. So just like, yeah, that just like kind of just long kind of deal. So,
yeah. No, I gotcha.
Yeah.
We got Marcus chiming in here again. Good to see you again, Marcus. It's been a while. Nate looking like a snack, and Carter more of a morning little snack, like an apple between lunch and breakfast. I'll take that as a compliment because I mean, apples are good for you, I guess. Nice and shiny.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away, you know?
Yeah, true.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I hear that apples also pair nicely with squid.
I hear that also. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't actually hear that, but I'm going with it.
That's how we're getting into it. Yeah. Yeah. Duck is off the menu tonight. Squid is the main course.
Yeah. Some calamari. Dude, now I'm just getting hungry.
I know. I just had dinner as well, but yeah, I could go for some calamari right about now.
Yeah, and you're not even like a massive seafood guy.
Not really, no.
Like I am. Yeah. Everything is on the menu for me, pretty much. Like eel, squid, octopus, any kind of fish.
Yeah, you'll eat. You'll put anything fishy in your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just put anything in my mouth. Exactly.
Yeah. We got Astral Anaheim chiming in here. Z likes apples. Yeah, he does.
Yes, and tonight he also likes goals. He likes the biscuits.
Oh yeah, and Mighty Chris joining us once again. That was a great Ducks win. Absolutely, it was 4-1. Can't argue with that.
So good.
Marcus, with a question for you here. Nate, what Sharks jersey is that?
Here I'm gonna blow me up here a little bit. So I got I got the 30th anniversary Sharks jersey here. So this was one that like I'd seen the 25th, right? And it's not that the Sharks now don't have a good jersey. It's just not my favorite that they've done. And obviously, the reverse retros were so hard to come by and that sort of thing. This was a jersey that I was like, okay, I know the 30th anniversary is coming up. I'm like, excuse me, if they do this jersey, this is the one that I want. And I had to hold off on it actually for a little bit, and because it's the same scenario I'm in right now. I am on a no jersey buying. I'm on a jersey buying ban right now because
you bought too many, or
because Christmas is in a couple weeks, and my birthday is like midway through January, right? So nobody wants me to buy anything because then they can get me stuff.
Yeah.
And so my lovely girlfriend got me that jersey for my birthday last year. So so that's where that jersey came from. What else do I have behind me? I got, just as we're on the stream here.
Yeah,
Vancouver. You can't. Oh wait, no. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Vancouver is the end there. I wasn't sure with this framing sometimes. I got the alternate St. Louis. I'm pointing at the screen, so it's not.
Yeah. Not even close.
San Jose. I got Pittsburgh and Nashville, which I got this summer from a buddy of ours. Shout out to Adam. Got Montreal. This Dallas one is honestly one of my favorites. Another one that my buddy Adam sent to me here. It doesn't even actually have anything fluorescent in the green, but with like the purple LED lights here, like it does glow, which I think is really fucking awesome. And also like the goalies for Dallas, like Jake Ottinger, Anton Hudobin, I guess before he got sent down here. And has Holtby really done anything? I guess. But either way, though, the
like
Dallas
pad
goalies,
wise, you mean?
Yeah, the Dallas goalies have been doing great with their pads in these jerseys. Colorado, and I got a Chara Boston there as well, and then just behind the Quack Report logo here, I got a Vegas Flurry. On this wall beside me here, I have a Pittsburgh Flurry, specifically the white Reebok one, the kind of like off gold one. That he won his first and second Stanley Cup wearing. And then I did have a jersey beside me on this wall. It was my 2016 Team Canada World Cup of Hockey jersey, but I have since taken that down. I'm gonna hang my my poster from the All Time Low show. I'm gonna hang that up there. And but I did think for a little bit, because I also just recently got the Chicago Flurry jersey, so I was like, I could have all three hanging up, but that one might just have to go in another spot in here. There's you can't see, but like around the corner here as well, there's another jersey on the door and like on the inside wall here. So yeah, so it might just have to go there or something. But
yeah. And how's the situation going with getting jerseys out in the living room, since obviously you're out of wall space now?
It's only when I wear them. That's it. So unfortunately. But I think the only jersey that would maybe get put out there, and that's more of a talk with my landlord, I think, is if it would be my junior lacrosse jersey. I have that in a shadow box back home.
Oh yeah.
With my 2 provincial medals, so like state championships. I was able to get there twice. Very fortunate for that. So, but yeah, so that would probably be the one jersey that would be hung up kind of thing. But I don't think that'll ever get hung up until, I think like when I get my own place or something like that. If that ever happens, kind of thing in this economy. But so. But and then there's so many more in the closet as well. I think between hockey, baseball, football, and lacrosse, including my own like game worn jerseys and stuff like that. I gotta be in the 90s now at least.
Did we? Sorry, going back to the football jerseys. Did we tell the story on here about how you got a jersey when we were up in Edmonton?
I don't remember if we did. Yeah, so we were out at this place in West Edmonton Mall. There's the sports bar there called First Round. We'll give them a free shout out.
Oh, absolutely, they're fantastic.
Yeah, great food and everything like that. Like, and that was a place that I was like, you know what, we're gonna go head to the water park. That's a place I want to go to. And like because the food was good, and obviously sports, like there's just TVs everywhere. And so when we get there, though, it was the Bears and
I think it was the Steelers.
It was the Bears and the Steelers playing. Yeah. And so they're also doing. They just happen to be doing like a raffle as well, for this Mac Bears jersey. And so and it was like if you ordered a certain beer, you got an extra ticket or like an extra entry. So, we had all ordered a drink, so we all got to enter this. And
there was other people in the bar as well.
Obviously. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I had ordered that specific beer for the night kind of thing, so I got an extra thing. And yeah, there were people who had been there for hours, and I think it was like each drink that you got otherwise was also giving you a ticket or something like that.
Yeah.
And so there had been people who had been there for hours who had been putting in multiple tickets in that. And so yeah, we got there maybe half hour before the draw. And so like, all right, we're gonna draw for this here. This is the last 5 minutes in the quarter or something like that. And all right, is there a Nate T in the house? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's me.
Dude, as soon as we walked in and the waitress was like, yeah, we have a raffle on for a jersey, I was like, why even bother entering? Nate's gonna fucking win this. Like, you just know.
Which is weird though, because like this has apparently been like the year for me winning things. I used to never win jack shit when it came to like raffles or contests.
You better buy a lottery ticket then. The year's almost up. So
yeah, I maybe should. Hey, but yeah, and that was kind of cool too, because I did watch the Bears growing up with my stepdad, who was a Bears fan as well. So yeah, that was a perfect jersey for me. Actually, I don't watch the NFL too often, but it's cool to have a to have a jersey, because I do technically still have another Bears jersey. That thing is way too small though. Like I don't think that thing has fit me since I was in like early high school or something like that. So, but I think I tried to wear it like later on, but it was just it was like slim pretty much. So I think definitely doesn't fit me now. So
yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we've managed to ramble for quite a few minutes here. Postponing the Kraken talk, but
you get me on jerseys. I'm just gonna fucking go off.
There's no going back.
Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have kind of a midway point here. All right.
Okay.
Going into Ducks talk and talking about jerseys here. So during the first intermission of tonight's game against the Kraken, I'll normally ask a question or something like that of like, I'm a big food guy as well. So, I'll ask like, what did you guys have for supper? Like maybe you hungry again or something like that. And tonight I was like, you know what? I'm going to run a poll instead that'll last until about the end of the game. And so the poll was, which current Ducks jersey is the best looking? And out of 39 votes, the orange alternate had 84% of the votes.
That's significant.
The white away jersey had 13% and the black home only had 3%.
Oh, damn.
And this was kind of coming off of it was an Athletic article with an interview with Trevor Zegras, where he had said as well that the orange jersey is the best jersey that they have going right now.
I mean, it's not even a debate.
I'm gonna preach to the choir again. Henry and Susan Samueli. I get it. The Ducks won in the black and copper, gold, whatever you want to call it, with like the touch of orange at the time. All right. But you were only 1 year removed from the Mighty Duck look, right? It's the same kind of idea that I have of like Steve Yzerman should have gotten one of the rings for or should have gotten the ring in the 2020 Tampa Bay Lightning thing, right?
Right.
He made that team, right? It was just that close. I get that we won in that look, but God forbid, people do not like the web duck foot anymore. At least the jerseys they're better than what came before it, but they still aren't great. The alternate could have a couple slight improvements, but that's the jersey that people want, right? Both for the look of it, it's not black, and it's the Mighty Duck, right? That is the main draw here, is the Mighty Duck. You can still keep your colors. I personally would remove the gold, make it just the silver in there, which is why in our branding I don't have any of the copper color in there. I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, just you do that, make a white version, which actually, hold on a second here. If this is another great reason to watch us on YouTube, everybody, because again, you get to see stuff. I'm going to show you a concept that I haven't shown anybody yet, because I just finished it during that game on the back of this poll going out. Let's see if I can bring it up here.
Yeah, do it. Let's see it.
So you take the orange alternate jersey, right? You make that the home jersey. Obviously, you need an away jersey then. And this is what I think we should have to go along with it.
All right.
Yeah.
You do have the gold on there.
I do, just to keep it similar.
Just to match the one we have now.
So this jersey I had put out before, just in a different template format, but this is now with the rest of the gear, the helmet, the pants, and everything like that. So just to kind of get the idea of the whole look there. So
nice.
But this is just such a, I'm trying not to be biased, but at the same time, this is based off of the jersey that's already existing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. This is a lot more improved look, I think, that needs to be done, I believe. So
yeah, I like the jersey. I like the gloves too. I wasn't sure at first, but like as I kind of imagined them at the end of the sleeves, like that kind of all black with just the stripe at orange, I think is very cool.
Yeah, thank you very much. So but yeah, we need to go to it. So I could actually even agree with this comment here from Astrolana. The Web D is fine. It's just been around since 2013. People are tired of it. Yeah, I do agree. And, I mean, to an extent, it's even been around since 2007, right? Because that Web D then was just like a word mark of Ducks. Yeah, it's just been around forever. And
too long. Yeah.
Yeah, the team's in a bit of a need of a change up. Honestly, all the California teams are, right? LA as well. Like it's a cool jersey, but you could do something more with that.
Yeah, it fit in like the 90s and early 2000s, but it's just kind of outdated now. Like none of these are classic logos like say the Rangers or like the Canadiens. Like they're
the Kings just have to go. The Kings just have to go back to their last logo of just like that crown.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
perfect.
exactly.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So, and
honestly, get a Crown Royal sponsorship to slap on the helmet, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Honestly, even if you took the jersey now and just put that logo on instead, that improves it, right? And sometimes it is just a logo swap or something like that, right? That it can improve something. So
yeah, exactly.
But
we got one final comment here on the jerseys from Alley Cats on Twitch. I like the black shoulders on the home and away jerseys, though. Yeah, I mean, really, the jerseys are nice. Like you said, it's just the logos that suck.
Yeah, I mean, the jerseys to a point, it feels kind of weird to me, just the way that they have some of the striping. I guess that's just my own personal thing. There you could improve it a little bit. So and still have the shoulder yokes that you're talking about there, Alley Cats. You easily could. So yeah, this totally just became a jersey episode, and
apparently,
yeah. I guess I'm just getting myself ready. I think for I'll be doing double duty on Sunday, I believe. So yeah, everybody, you can be sure to look out for a new Aesthetics Talkback featuring myself and some others coming out.
It's been a while since one of those.
Yeah, I think they put one out.
There's still been some some content on.
Yeah,
that page,
yeah, they did one a couple of weeks ago with oh god, who did they have on the last one? I don't even remember right now. Dallas Kirkpatrick and a new guy. I believe is. Oh my god, I am so sorry, dude. I'm gonna butcher. It's Justin something. I don't remember how to say your last name. I'm so sorry, Ben. But yeah, they did a great talk as well, and that was when just some of the Olympic jerseys started to come out as well, just what we've seen so far this season. So that was a great start, and then we're gonna have a lot to talk about on this next episode as well, because then we had I think we get the Canada and the US jerseys, I believe. And I got some strong opinions about those as well. So
that'll be interesting to tune into then.
Yeah.
I won't make you spoil your opinions. But I mean, I kind of already know how you feel, and I think people can gauge. But that'll be interesting to hear, because I'm sure you're not the only one either. So
no, I can sum it up for you really quickly, because there is going to be a lot more to talk about. So be sure to check it out when it's available. But somebody pointed out on Twitter that the leaf on the Canadian jerseys looks like a turkey butthole, and I can't unsee that now. Go take a look at them right now. I can't unsee it. And the USA jerseys just look like soccer jerseys. They don't look like hockey jerseys to me.
I honestly don't think I've seen the USA one, so I'll have to check those out.
Yeah, they're blah. They're blah. There's so many better things that the States could. Honestly, go back to the 1980 jerseys, or even what they had at like the 2016 World Cup. That was great. For some reason, ever since 2018, just the jerseys for the States and Canada both have just been kind of meh, I feel like. So
speaking of things in the United States that can be better, how about the Seattle Kraken?
I had to laugh because it was a national broadcast on TNT tonight, right? And they were talking about how Carey Price was available to them, actually.
Yeah.
And they should have gone for him. And I'm like,
that's just a slap in the face
in a way, right? But like, yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it's not like Carey Price has played it all this year, but
yeah, exactly.
Still,
and, we obviously he's figuring his own stuff out. We wish the best to him, right? So, and it's good that Montreal's not trying to rush him, especially with all their own crap going on right now that they've fired their GM and everything like that too. So, but
it's just because you brought him up earlier, Anton Hudobin as well. You mentioned he went on waivers, but nobody picked him up, and it sounds like it's mostly because people want to trade, or teams want to trade for him, so that there's some salary retention there, or they can at least send a contract the other way.
Yeah.
I am surprised that Seattle didn't try and pick him up, because they obviously have the cap room to be able to do that. So
I think they're just saving that cap room, right? They're gonna they're not like Vegas, where they're just trying to make the best team possible out the gate. They're going for the slow build here. So
yeah, do you think they are in the ring to trade for Hudobin? I think they have to be.
I don't think so, because both their goalies, they just signed this offseason, right?
Yeah,
Grubauer and Drieger were both free agents. So
yeah, but like you're stuck with Grubauer now. Really?
Yeah.
Like, do you not try and send a message like, we got 2 other NHL level goalies here? Like, if you're not going to perform, that's like, we'll keep paying you, but your job's gone, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't really know. I mean, yeah, you can definitely take the cap hit and everything like that, but do you really want to? That's the question, right?
Yeah, it's only for one more year, isn't it? Or 2 years?
With Hudobin?
With Hudobin, yeah.
Let me check.
I thought it was like 3.3 at the end of this year. Race to see who can find it first.
All right.
I gotta hit start. Yeah, 3.3. He's got 2 years left.
2 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that sorry, like this year and next year, or is that like 2 more after this year still?
Like this year and next year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not horrible, but yeah.
Yeah. This year he has a modified no trade as well. Not next year, but it's only a 4-team no trade list. So. I mean,
okay. That's
who do you put on that? Arizona,
Buffalo, Arizona,
Buffalo, Chicago, maybe.
And maybe
honestly,
Ottawa?
you might. Yeah, I guess I was gonna say maybe Seattle, but
yeah, maybe you swap around if you have Ottawa there. Maybe you swap it around though, because that team is up for the taking as well in the goaltending position.
Yeah, I mean Forsberg looks decent, but he's obviously not like a full-time starter. So
yeah,
but Matt Murray's a hard no. Anyways, glad that we got Grubauer in net for this game because
yeah, for most of it.
For most of it, yeah. Was he injured or was that like a pulling?
So no, he was injured on the play that put Sam Carrick in the box for goaltender interference when the dude was thrown into Grubauer. He had no choice. It was that I was screaming at my television for that. I'm like, that is dumb. Not goaltender interference. No. Like and you had both refs watching it, and he was. I get it. Obviously, I get it because I've officiated as well for a long time. You call things in the moment, right? You don't have the luxury of the replay or that kind of thing, right? You have to call it and you have to stick to it. There is no way though that you're telling me you're looking at that and going, yeah, it's goaltender interference when he's skating to the outside of the crease and you see the guy deck him into the goaltender, right? Like he completely changes trajectory in general, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, that is not Carrick's fault at all. That is 100%, like you said, the ref just reactionary in the heat of the moment, either not paying attention or whatever it was. Yeah, like making a call because he saw Carrick hit the goaltender, and then the other ref being like, that was not goaltender interference. I understand you have to call it, so we got to send the other guy too, because that was not roughing either. That's a clean hit on the guy that has the puck. So it's, I mean, it's unfortunate that it ended up at a 4-on-4, but at least we didn't just get the only penalty on that, because that would have been bullshit. But
yeah, it really was, or really could have been.
Yeah,
I don't know, and I try not to. Again, I try not to complain about officiating too much because I know what it feels like. But God, we talked about this. Well, this was months ago, or maybe this was even last season. But there should be media availability for referees. There should be, right?
Yeah, there has to be some accountability.
Everybody else on the ice, even off the ice, like in the like on the benches, right, or GMs up in the press box, they're put on podiums and made accountable for their actions. Why can't referees?
Yeah,
right. I get the whole idea is the spotlight's not supposed to be on them, but when they put themselves in the spotlight, they should be able to talk about why.
Yeah, right? I also absolutely despise the whole thing where coaches and players can't complain about reffing.
Oh yeah, I don't even think we talked about that. That is utter garbage.
Yeah,
I think was it $50,000 is the fine?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the NHL going, yeah, don't talk about our shitty officiating, but we're gonna have shitty officiating there.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so dumb. Like I get that they don't want, coaches just going after every game like, oh, blaming this loss on the refs, and then the refs continue to look bad.
Yeah,
like I get it's that, but there's a point. Like, come on.
Right? There's the difference between, oh yeah, the ref might have cost us the game, and then that fucking ref cost us the game. Right? Like there is a difference here, right? There's complaining about it, right? Which is normally what you hear about, right? Like, oh yeah, they cost us with a penalty or two, but most of the time you actually probably should have had it. And there is legit criticism that might be a little bit aggressive, but there's probably a reason that it got to the point of being aggressive, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the NHL is trying to get rid of, which that is ridiculous, I think.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely. Yeah.
Like this is a league that is just is wanting to grow but doesn't want to make the changes in order to grow. So, and that goes 100%. To officiating, that goes just around the league in multiple different facets that I'm not going to talk about right now because not going to go. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole and have totally that kind of rant right now. Yeah, I love the NHL, but there's a lot of issues with it at the same time.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to the Quack Report, everybody, where the Ducks can go 2-0 since our last podcast, and we can still find a way to complain for half an hour before we get going.
Yeah, the Ducks can have 7 points on the road, and I'll still find something.
Yeah, exactly.
which is funny as hell, I think, because in my notes I even put here, it's hard to talk about this team doing good because we talked about everything here.
Yeah, they just continue to be consistently good. Which is great. Yeah.
I
love it. Yeah.
I honestly don't know what's actually harder to have. Like there's the mental and emotional toll of having your team be absolute dog shit like we've had over the last 2 seasons of this show.
Yeah.
Then you have this year where it's like, for the most part, everything's going right. You're kind of getting into the nitpick area.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Like, what are you supposed to talk about? That's why we start going off about other things, because it's like we said this already, right? Like I'm looking at the notes right now. By the way, 3-2 over St. Louis on the Sunday. If you didn't see that, like
big old Stoli W.
Yeah, big old Stoli W. We talked about that multiple times. I get it, it's another one, but still, solid offensive pressure. We've talked about that throughout the season, right? We actually get some goal scoring this year, which is great, and it's working out, right? They're doing the correct things, right? Like pushing cards at the net. It's not just all outside shots anymore and stuff like that. Yeah. Like this is stuff that we've talked about. What more is there to say besides keep doing it?
Yeah, exactly. It's great. Like, I know we were kind of. Well, obviously, we've been shitting on Dallas for a long time. Dallas Eakins, I should clarify. And the Stars. There was kind of
Stars, just for no reason.
Whatever. But then we were kind of talking too, because I saw in an article like Dallas Eakins could kind of be a sleeper pick for Jack Adams this year. And then we went on that losing skid, and we were like, "Fuck this guy, Dallas Eakins, get the fuck out of here." No, and now I don't know. Is he back in that convert? Like, I really don't know what to think. Like, how much of this is actually credited to Dallas Eakins? Like,
that is the struggle this season, right? You're right. How much do you credit to him, and how much do you credit to the injection of youth? But at the same time, what I love about the Sonny Milano and Trevor Zegras goal from last week is that it has been over a week now since that goal happened.
Yeah.
And they're still talking about it, right? They had Henrik Lundqvist on tonight talking about how would you stop this if this was pulled on you and that, right? It's over a week. We're still talking about it.
Yeah.
But you would have coaches like John Tortorella who are absolute dinosaurs who would see an amazing goal and be like, don't fucking do that. You do the hard slap shot with a straight fucking blade that's made of wood and you keep it on the ice. That's how Gretzky did it. That's how you're going to do it. All right.
That's actually a pretty good Tortorella impression. Not going to lie. But no, we even saw that creativity coming out again from Trevor Zegras tonight. Like, he went behind the net and kind of tried to do the Michigan. He did some behind the back or behind like the back of the net kind of stuff, like the Gretzky's office passes in front of the net type of thing. Like, he was getting creative with that kind of stuff, and it was and you know that's a sign that Eakins has kind of given him the blessing to be like, you know what, dude? Like,
Yeah.
if you can pull off any of this shit, like, just go for it.
And I do have to give him the credit. And that's where I was kind of going with it, right? It's like you would have those coaches who would be those ones to be like, no, don't do that, right? Like stick to this, stick to that, right? Old time hockey, we'll call it that.
Yeah.
But you have Dallas Eakins, who is like, you know what? I know you have the skill to do it. Actually, go for it, right? So I do have to credit him with at least that. But it's kind of the question of is that the main reason why everything is going so well, right? Because he's letting the young guys do what they need to do what they like, let them actually take control of this team, right? It's because they are the future, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you have, Troy Terry leading right now. You got Trevor Zegras, who at the time of the game tonight was second in rookie scoring, behind Lucas Raymond, only like 3 points, right?
Yeah.
Which again, we haven't heard a whole lot, at least I haven't, of Zegras being in the Calder talk. I know we've talked about this a couple times, but obviously it makes sense. We're Anaheim coverage here.
They kind of brought it up on the broadcast tonight with because TNT has a sponsorship with Draftkings as well, and so they brought up the sportsbook stats for Zegras to win the Calder, and so they kind of talked about it, and they also kind of touched on like how the Ducks have quietly slipped into first in the division. And like to us, it's not quiet because we follow the Pacific. Like anyone in the West knows what the Ducks are doing, but everybody on the East Coast sleeps on the West Coast teams. And then it's like, holy fuck, Anaheim, that's been the same Anaheim that's been shitty for the last 2-3 seasons. What now they're for what the who's responsible? Troy who? Trevor what? Like Getzlaf has how many points? What is this? 2006? It's nuts.
Yeah, my argument, if the points stay the way that they are, right? You have Lucas Raymond with the most points as a rookie, and you have Trevor Zegras in second. And I can't remember off the top of my head who the other guy is from Detroit, but he's in third right now.
Moritz Seider. Yeah.
Moritz Seider, thank you. But if that kind of stays, and you're looking at that though, right? If you're trying to just go it off of points, obviously Raymond takes a look. Yeah. But if you look at the rookie of the year isn't, the MVP, right? It's not the Hart Trophy or anything like that. But I feel like you have to take a look at the fact that Trevor Zegras, if points stay the way that they are, right, and like in that order at least, that Trevor Zegras helped the Anaheim Ducks, who finished in 30th out of 31 teams last year, and helped drag them to currently a first place in the Pacific Division. Yeah, right. Like you got to look at that. I feel like because yes, Detroit didn't do too great last year, but let me double check.
They've kind of been up and coming for the last few seasons, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could see the potential. Like,
this is a complete 180 that's happening right now in Anaheim.
Yeah, 100%.
The Detroit Red Wings are currently the last wild card position, right? So yes, they helped improve.
Yeah,
but you have Trevor Zegras who helped, skyrocket them drastically.
Yeah. What's the points percentage as well? Because I know sometimes it's hard to tell based off playoff position, like games in hand, all that kind of stuff.
The Ducks after tonight's game are 629, and the Red Wings are 534.
Okay, so they are like significantly ahead then. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ducks as of right now are 8th in the league.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good.
So, like you got to look at that. I feel like, right. Like, how much did this player actually, like help improve their team? And Trevor Zegras definitely helped improve this team.
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
and improved them drastically in the standings, right?
Yeah, so for sure.
That's something I think needs to be looked at.
How much of that, just to tie it back to kind of my original question, because we got off on the Zegras tangent as we like to do. How much of that is attributable to Dallas Eakins too? Like keeping the lines consistent when we have had to deal with injuries, like, putting the lines together that work well. I mean, obviously credit to the power play specialist and Jeff Ward there as well. And I always forget the assistant we brought in, which I feel bad for, but I know he's been doing stuff there as well. Like just the special teams coaches too. Cause like, yes, Eakins gets the Jack Adams award, but really it is the whole coaching staff that kind of gets it. It's just nobody really knows who the assistants are, but more so the head coaches. So I don't know. Like this team has just been coached way better over the last what are we at? 30 games? I don't know.
Yes, 31 games.
Yeah, 31 games. Like, it's honestly, if I didn't know who was behind the bench last season, I would have thought we got a new coach.
Yeah,
because it night and day, absolutely different. So yeah, I mean, I feel bad now because I was like trashing Dallas Eakins beginning of the season, last season, all off season long, like saying like we got to get rid of this guy. Like once his contract's out, that's it. And now I'm like, maybe that's not the case.
Yeah,
it depends on the rest of the season, obviously.
It does. I'm not 100% sold.
Yeah.
If it's
like,
if he's the biggest factor kind of thing, but
yeah,
that's not me trying to doubt or anything like that. But you look at, okay, no. See, now I'm just having inner arguments with myself. Basically.
I know, right? We got to think about this, and we got to come back to it at some point. Like
I'm like, look at the talent. Look at the talent that's on the ice, right? Like this team should be winning games. But then I go, Dallas Eakins also had Connor McDavid, and like who else was still around at that time? Was Taylor Hall was Taylor Hall?
Yeah, he was.
I think right. Jordan Eberle wasn't. He was the first of those first rounds to go, I believe. But like either way, though, he had some good talent in Edmonton as well. There was just no defense whatsoever. And fun fact, there still is no defense in Edmonton. I'm throwing that out there. But I don't know. I want to see the rest of this season, obviously. And
we got to see.
I could be totally wrong, right? This could be the guy that does it for us for the next few years, and that would be great if we can continue like this. I have no problem having him around. Just don't throw fucking Kevin Shattenkirk in the shootout line. And we're all good.
Well, we have a couple other things that we want to get to, but I know that we're kind of deep into the episode already. So let's throw it over to DraftKings and let's pick up maybe with a little bit more structure how things in Anaheim went.
Who needs structure?
Yeah.
Who needs structure?
We can try. We can try anyways. Where's this video? Here it is.
Football fans, I'm sure we all love an action-packed, high-scoring NFL game. And with the latest no-brainer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single point is scored. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. It's that simple. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still get in on all of the NFL action. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposits. So, what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, bet $1 on any team to score, and win $100 in free bets. If they score, you score with promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay. We totally breezed over this, actually, how the Ducks won this game in overtime against the Blues. First of all, I can't remember the last time I've even seen a penalty shot, let alone one in overtime.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, obviously, I'm not complaining. Like, let's go.
It is not true for that, right?
For what? I missed what I said.
It's been a while.
Oh, yeah, it is. Actually, I don't know.
Is it? No, I don't remember.
No, I don't think it is.
No?
That's a name I haven't heard in a while, though.
There's a Theory of a Dead Man. No, it's not Theory of a Dead Man.
No, it's Stained. That's who it is.
Stained.
Yeah.
Right.
Shame.
I have that anytime someone goes, it's been a while. Right away, I just think to that.
Yeah. Where's the sad one? Just wait. Where the fuck is it? Did I take off my sad trumpet? I must have.
You still have it.
I thought so. I don't know where the fuck it is. I labeled all these. Oh, there it is. Hilarious. What good comedic timing. Where is it?
Oh man.
Yeah, no, but that penalty shot move was gorgeous. That was so
great.
good.
It was very great.
Yeah, that was the same move he tried in the shootout the night before. Yeah,
because you texted me, you're like, you did the same move, and I was like, shit, I'm out for supper. Let me check it in a second here.
Yeah, it was literally the same move. It just like 2 inches lower, so instead of going off the bar and out, it just went top cheese.
Yeah, just to prove that 2 inches does matter.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry,
I had to.
Let's go back to this Ducks game, or this Kraken game. Sorry, 4-1 Ducks win over the Kraken. Yeah, solid game by the Ducks. In Stolarz we trust. Just same old.
Totally the goalie.
You have a question here. Are we this good, or are the Kraken this meh? Both.
I think we kind of answered the first part of the question earlier, just as we were talking.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, I think it's also the Kraken are just this meh, which we also kind of talked about earlier. You're right. We had no structure, but who the fuck needs structure anyway?
Yeah, exactly. We covered everything. Yeah.
I even wrote this outline, and I'm like, throw it out the window. It's all good.
Yeah, who gives a shit? The shots weren't all that high either. Yeah, 20 shots for the Kraken, 24 for the Ducks. We didn't have a lot in the third period, which I didn't like. We ended with 6, but like. I didn't particularly like the effort in the third, but like, I don't like, we kind of sat back, but also the Kraken didn't put any pressure on. So I don't know. I was like, it was fine.
I still don't like us sitting back because that's when we get our ass handed to us.
Sitting Ducks is never a good thing.
No, it's not. But yeah, like that's normally when things go south for us, right? I mean, for a lot of teams, but especially us. That's when things go south, right?
We don't want Ducks to fly south for the winter.
Yeah, not yet. As soon as you see that, right? Like that's normally when you're like, shit. All right, like it can straight up be 15 minutes left in the third period with a 2-goal lead. As soon as you start to notice it, though, you're like, okay, we're headed to overtime.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure enough, bang, bang, goal. It's 3-3 going into overtime, right? Like,
yeah.
So.
So, I mean, hopefully we don't do that against a better team. That is all I'm going to say.
Please do not.
Yeah. But yeah, the Kraken, as I said, I'm just consistently just whelmed by them.
Just whelmed. I like that. But yeah, Stolarz' 6th straight win as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
Which is awesome. I love
stuff.
That. Yeah. Again, nobody gives a single shit about this, but I picked him up in fantasy because I had Gibson, and obviously Gibson was out, so I was like, I got to start Stolarz this week. I got to pick him up, and it's a weekly lock league, so I was like, I kind of hope Stolarz plays in these games, and I was not let down. Obviously, the shutout would have been nice, but I mean, can't complain about just 1 goal against. So
yeah, exactly. And Troy Terry as well. He's back scoring decently again. He's got 3 goals in the last 2 games.
Hell yeah, I love it. Game winner the other night was Grant technically had the game winner tonight. Oh, Derek Grant. I wanted to talk about him. Short-handed goal, couple good chances. Best game of the season for Derek Grant for sure.
The best part about the whole thing wasn't even the goal itself. It was the reaction on Twitter of everyone unanimously tweeting, Derek Grant short-handed?
Yeah.
What?
Right?
Like, it was pretty much every tweet that I saw there for the next, it was 2 minutes after. I was just kind of laughing about it. And other people were picking up on it as well. There's we're all surprised.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was good. No, I thought he had a really solid game. So I hope I hope he's just figured it out now and just had a really rough start to the season and is now the elite 1 center that we need him to be.
Yeah.
On our 4th line. Since we have
can't complain about center depth. You can't complain
since we have Zegras and Getzlaf. You really can. When you got a number 1 center on your 4th line and killing penalties, we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, shall we get to some news around the league here? You got a couple points
we can
here.
do that. Absolutely, we can do that.
What do you want to start with?
Let's
bad news or less bad news?
Let's go with less bad news.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let me just pull up the share screen here just so everybody can view it as well. So this tweet here is from Mark Lazarus sharing the statement from both the Wirtz family, Rocky and Danny Wirtz, who are the owners of the Chicago Blackhawks, as well as Susan Loggins, who is the counsel to Kyle Beach, who announced today that they did reach a settlement between the two. If you remember back to the summer and that Kyle Beach was the one who came out to say that he was the John Doe from the Chicago Blackhawks 2010 sexual assault allegations. This was going. We haven't talked a whole lot about this since Beach came out. There was a lot of shit that went down in court though that made me not like the Blackhawks, like specifically the Wirtz family, even more so. They did some really shitty things. I'm not gonna get too deep into it here, but be sure to go check out Rick Westhead's work on this, and Emily Kaplan, I believe, as well as the name of the two people who really brought a lot of this stuff to light here. So so the joint statement from Rocky Wirtz and Danny Wirtz and Susan Loggins, the counsel to Kyle Beach, saying, quote, "The parties are pleased to announce that today's mediation resulted in a confidential settlement between the Blackhawks and Kyle Beach. The Blackhawks hope that this resolution will bring some measure of peace and closure for Mr. Beach. As for the Blackhawks organization, we remain steadfast in our commitment to ensure that, going forward, this team will be a beacon for professionalism, respect, and integrity in our community. We remain grateful for the trust and support of the Blackhawks community, and we promise to continue working every day to earn and maintain that trust." My issue on that is it's a lot of a Blackhawks statement. There's not really a whole lot of the counsel to Kyle Beach besides saying, yes, we've reached a settlement here.
Yeah.
And the talk of their professionalism, respect, and integrity kind of thing. Again, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but with the stuff that was going on in court of them like battling this, like still after everything, like all the reports that came out, they were still trying to say that no, this didn't actually happen. And it's a really shitty look on the Wirtz family, I think. And
the whole organization
and the whole organization,
and just everything. Yeah.
And it just, it doesn't, that, how do I put this? The statement there and the things that they said, the last part especially reigns true for a lot of people. I think that they're going to have to earn that trust back.
That's the big word that stood out to me is earn.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they put it in there because I think it's necessary. You can't just be like, we want you to trust us again. It's like, no, you have to earn this back. Like, you can say all these things and, it's obviously been through the legal, filter, like probably 40 times. So it's very hollow, but so really what they do over the next few years is going to be, I think, big for, backing up that statement. And until I see it, like those words mean absolutely nothing to me. I'm glad Kyle Beach got a settlement that hopefully he's happy with because dude could have gotten paid in the NHL if he didn't play for such a shit organization.
Yeah, this was a promising player. This guy was a first-round draft pick who the only reason he was in this position was he was a black ace during the 2010s or the 2010 Cup run, right?
Yeah.
Like this guy had a promising future.
Yeah.
And it was ruined by all of this. So
exactly.
On top of the sexual assault, which is obviously horrendous, and I feel for the guy. But you had, the loss of his career and everything like that. He is playing, he is playing overseas, kind of lower level. I think I saw a tweet today actually that said that he scored a hat trick in his game today. So
nice.
So congrats, Kyle. But this is a guy that was robbed of a career and a lot more, honestly.
Yeah.
So my heart goes out to this guy as well as, any other sexual assault victims or that. And again, if you guys need someone to talk to, the DMs are open both on my personal and on the Quack Report. Please feel free to reach out. Just, feel for this guy. And the Blackhawks have to earn back this trust. especially the Wirtzes, right? The owners of the Chicago Blackhawks here. They have a long way to go here. It's not as easy as just getting rid of, the other people that were in charge at the time, right? Like the Wirtzes had their hands, I won't say fully clean, but they were clean enough that nobody was really looking until the stuff with the court case started coming up. That's when it looked really bad for them.
Yeah, exactly.
So but so all the best to Kyle, obviously. So
for sure. On to some believe it or not, worse news. I honestly, I probably shouldn't even be comparing sexual assault to literally anything else, but we're full of bad news today. Let's just say that. Bad news and more bad news.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, with the, with COVID spreading again once again throughout the NHL,
wildly as well.
Wildly, yeah. Mainly with the Calgary Flames organization, they have, I believe, 27 individuals now.
Yeah, they've been hit hard
in protocol. Luckily, from what I had been able to gather, actually, it sounds like the majority, if not all, I can't confirm that quite yet. It's all asymptomatic and that sort of thing. No one's really showing much, so that's good. That's promising, right? Showing that the vaccines are working and things like that. But yeah, so this from Elliot Friedman as well. Say that NHL teams and players have been notified of enhanced protocols until at least January 7th. These measures include restrictions on indoor dining while on the road, masking and distancing while in club facilities, and daily testing, except for on days off.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the presence of the Omicron variant is confirmed, which is the newest variant out there. Players are also recommended to get a booster if eligible. So,
yeah.
So my understanding as well is that these restrictions that are brought into place are being brought again into place. These are very similar restrictions to what they had last year. So
yeah, that's my understanding as well. The January 7th date I think is super interesting because that's like the Friday before, the Friday 3 days before they have to make a decision on the Olympics. If they're gonna back out or not without financial penalty. So which I think is the way to go about that. We hit January 7th and that's like evaluation day. Where are we? How many COVID cases do we have? Are these restrictions working? Should we be going to the Olympics? What's the state of the world like? So there's going to be a lot of shit going down at the beginning of January to figure out Olympics and COVID and what the league is going to do. So
I feel like this is also I feel like this is also a little bit more of a test of for the players, right? Because really the NHL has held up their end of the bargain, right, in order of letting the players go to Beijing. The decisions to go or not is now on the players themselves, right? Do they feel comfortable enough to go to Beijing? Because those protocols that were coming out, right, they were finally getting the information that they would need in order to make their decisions.
Yeah.
And like part of that is, I believe it's like a potential 3 to 5 week quarantine in China. If you're no matter when it is during the Olympics, right? If you test positive, then so if you test positive on like the very last day you're there, you're spending an additional 3 to 5 weeks in a Chinese hotel, right?
Yeah.
Where the
NHL continues going without you.
Where the NHL is not paying you. It sounds like the Olympic Committee or that has set up a fund of $5 million if any players have to stay behind or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But just throw it out there. Say Connor McDavid goes, right? And he gets COVID, has to stay over there. That's a huge chunk of your fund gone right there.
Yeah.
$5 million is not a whole lot for the amount of NHL players that are heading overseas.
Yeah. And it's the top NHL players, right?
Exactly.
Like Austin Matthews, what's he? 10.5?
At least, yeah.
Crosby, 8.7. Pretty much any defenseman that's, in their prime right now is making around $9.5 million. Yeah. So that's that's a good chunk of change as well. Yeah, that $5 million is not going far. So, I mean, obviously to them, they have quite a bit saved up, I would hope anyways. But still, like they are going to need to get paid. It's like, millionaires can complain about not getting, their $1 million paycheck or whatever, but like it still sucks, obviously.
Yeah, and there's obviously taxes that go with everything and sort of stuff like that, right? Like take off about 30% of their yearly their annual salary kind of thing from the team that you can find on Cap Friendly, right? Which for some guys is still a lot of money. For other guys, though, that's a huge chunk of their living right there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you just take a $10 million one for sake of ease. Like that's $3 million taxes gone. Just that's it. Like you still have $7 million left, but that's $3 million. It's insane. So
a lot of money.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, we were talking about going to the game in Calgary against Anaheim. I would be very surprised if that game gets played.
Yeah, from what I was seeing, it was like with protocols, like some of the guys will be out the latest the 24th, like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. It sounds more likely that the Flames will be in until after Christmas. But if that Ducks Flames game doesn't get postponed, we're gonna try our best to be there actually. So we're gonna get tickets. I've also tried to talk with some other people to see about getting us in and stuff like that. So, but we'll be trying to see this team in person as well for the first time, surprisingly, since we've started covering them. So
I mean, we couldn't go to games for like a whole year. So
that's fair. Yeah, I guess the majority of this we haven't been able to actually go see them. So
exactly.
The show, but
okay. Let's move on to the upcoming game that we have here against the Arizona Coyotes on Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific. This should go exactly like the Kraken game went. Honestly, there's no other I have no other expectation, and there's nothing else that should happen. This should just be like a dominant, somewhat easy win. Shouldn't be a trap game. It should, I hope it's not.
Yeah, hopefully.
But it is a should win game. Like there is no excuse for the Ducks not winning this game.
Yeah, nothing.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only area we're gonna take the L in is probably. No, wait. The game's on Friday. Oh, okay. No, I think we still technically take that L. The only L that we're going to take is the Arizona Coyotes are going to look better on the ice with those white Kachinas. So I had to contemplate that one for a second because Friday games are when they wear the orange ones, they wear the orange Mighty Ducks. But those Kachinas are better still. Those are one of the best jerseys in the NHL, in my opinion.
It's very hard to argue that.
Yeah. So.
It's going to be a good looking game.
It will
that's
be.
All.
Yes.
That's not up for debate.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially with
on Fridays we were orange.
Especially with guys like, Trevor Zegras, good old cue ball, gets laugh. Gibson, if he's back, oh boy, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
just to watch, really just to look at.
Yeah, you know what I'd really like to see actually if Gibson's not going to be back? I'd like to see Lucas Dostal at the start against Arizona.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
I'd really like to see it. Actually, I want to see what this kid can do at the NHL level. I want to see it. He hasn't had a chance to yet, so which is understandable, right? Because we're trying to we're trying to right now we're trying to hold on to first place in the division. Yeah. But this is something I would actually really like to see. Right, this is the perfect game to do it. I think.
Mm-hmm. My only thought against that though is Stolarz has been playing fantastic.
He has, but this is kind of he's your option right now, right? Mm-hmm. Even more so than when Gibson's around. Yeah, right. Like Gibson being the option, but you still have Stolarz that you can give a few games to, right? Mm-hmm. Right now, the best chance at winning is Stolarz. Yeah, which is why this game is perfect to have Dostal in, right? Because like you said, it's a game you should win. Mm-hmm. So I think this is the perfect game to do it.
I mean, to an extent, I agree with you, but I don't think you do it. You don't give
really.
Yeah, you like you said, you want to hold on to first in the division. You want to give yourself the best chance to win on any night. This is still an NHL team. Like the Arizona Coyotes are still, getting some wins, not a lot, but some. They're making teams fight for wins. They just tonight they showed some Rangers highlights, and that was a 3-2 game. Like Arizona was up for a little bit in the third, anyways. So I don't know. I don't think you do it. I think you put Stolarz in net, you ice the best team possible for forwards and defense. You bang out a win, like no matter how dominant it is, and you carry on to the next one. You don't play it Dostal until you need to. Unfortunately, I still would love to see Dostal in net. I agree with you, but yeah, I wouldn't.
See, you have enough cushion with first place. You don't have Calgary riding on you right now because they're all laying in bed.
There's no cushion right now because those games are going to get made up, right? I don't think you can do it. If we were bottom of the division, I would say fuck it. I don't care. But because we're in a playoff spot, every game matters. So
your next team is Vegas, who has a few games in hand, but are 5 points back currently.
Yeah, you still don't do it.
You can make that up. I think you do it.
No, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm totally on side. Don't play Dostal now. Like I want to see Dostal. I want to know what he can do, but you don't.
That's the team to do it against, though. That is the team to do it against. Dude, I'm sorry if there's any Coyotes fans. If Corey and Richie are listening to this, I'm sorry, but this is the team that you do it against. Even more so than like the Ottawa Senators or that, right? Like this is the team that you do it against.
Okay, agree to disagree. We've got a couple questions here that we're going to answer, but first we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get to the questions.
Hey hockey fans, I'm Breezy.
And I'm Ray Ray. We host the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network.
We're lifelong hockey fans who talk about the game and the lifestyle. Our guests include professional hockey players.
My rookie party had to wear Speedo, and then we had a checklist of stuff we had to do.
Here we go, Gaber. What do you got to say? And it's kind of like, you know better than that now, boys.
I got dressed for the Bruins. Get a phone call. He's like, dude, we need you over here by the elevator. You got to get downstairs. You got to get dressed right now.
Started playing the like, dun, 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 and I turned it around and it had the Olympic rings and said, we did it.
NHL team hockey reporters.
I actually took the Stanley Cup to this ice bar where they've got now girls around them, and I've got a fur coat on.
I wonder who he shoot checked over here. And then I looked down at my feet.
Hockey fans.
The entire bar was lined with guys in Kings jerseys. We quickly realized, oh my gosh, this is the dad's trip.
And we bring unique hockey stories to light.
Coming back to England, 24 rings in the entire country. That's where the problem starts with the sport of ice hockey here.
Canadian Blind Hockey Association, those few kids we interviewed, their whole week is built around Sunday at the rink. They're just hockey players.
We don't agree on everything.
Pineapple goes on pizza.
No, it does not.
I think it does. Well, we do agree that there are many people and places that build the House of Hockey.
New episodes every Tuesday. Come on in to the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network.
Okay, before we get into the questions here, I just came across this picture. I need to show you this picture. All right. Because you're gonna love this, and you're gonna appreciate this even more if you're watching us on YouTube or Twitch when we're doing these live. So be sure to get in on that. But if you only listen to us, we thank you for listening to us. But you get more out of this show, I feel like, if you're watching it. Plus, we put in some hard work into our looks and everything like that. Both our looks and the look of the show.
Yeah. I mean, some of us put in more effort than others, obviously, because I did not do a lot. I look like an apple, apparently.
So we have a guy that we went to school with, and I worked with as well at one of my jobs, Tate Orlita. We'll give a shout out to him. He just made this picture a few hours ago, his cover photo. If you're just listening, so Tate is a percussionist, percussion student was a percussion student at the U of L. I believe he's now graduated. And what we're looking at here is 4 Spider-Men.
I didn't even see the third guy or the fourth guy in the middle. That's hilarious.
3 of them are playing it's a marimba, right?
Marimba, yeah.
And the 4th one is in the middle of the 3, playing on a cajon. Do I have that one correct, Carter?
Yeah.
You're the percussion guy here. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so 4 Spider-Men doing that, because of course Spider-Man comes out at this week. I will be at the.
You're going tomorrow night.
I'm going tomorrow night, the Thursday night showing, and which is I was kind of laughing because in I have this one group chat with a bunch of Flames buddies, and they're all going to like 6 o'clock showings tomorrow. And I'm like, shit, my show is at 10 o'clock. And they're like, we're going to spoil it for you and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, don't
you got to have your phone on Do Not Disturb from 6 o'clock on. Like, dude, you can't even trust them not to text in the theater.
Yeah, like I think I have 17 or 18 words and or phrases muted right now on my main Twitter, just so that I don't have anything spoiled for me for this movie. Yeah, so anyway, because I'm going to the 10 o'clock showing, the one guy piped up. He's just like, oh, you're just not as big of a Spider-Man fan as all of us. Obviously teasing, right? And I'm like, my girlfriend's working till 8. That's the time I could get. Leave me alone.
Yeah, are you going in your Spider-Man suit?
No, I'm not skinny enough for that yet, man.
It doesn't matter. I guarantee you're not going to be the chubbiest Spider-Man there.
No, that is true. But at the same time, the gloves don't come off, and I want the mac and cheese bites that they have there.
Oh, yeah.
And the buttery popcorn. So
Chopsticks.
I don't want to
chopsticks them up. Yeah.
That would suck in that suit, in that fabric. That would suck.
Chopsticks? Yeah. I didn't think it through very well. You could wear your Spider-Man onesie.
I could wear that. Yeah, maybe I could. Oh, maybe I do that. Maybe I do that.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. I gotta see how warm I am that day though, because that thing is pretty warm. Even if I'm just wearing boxers underneath, I don't need to be stripping in the middle of the theater.
Yeah,
by middle I mean middle. Like I got perfect seats. Like I got the seats that I want. So
that's good. It gets because we have the same onesie. It's very adorable. It gets swampy in there.
It does.
It gets that's
the best part is what we got those at different times though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just worked out.
We've done that before. We've had like the same shirt that just
and that was band photos. And stuff like
of course. But yeah, we got some what's quacking questions.
So this first one, I'm just gonna answer for the both of us. We'll just get it out of the way here. All right.
Okay.
This is from stressed sports fan at sports fan tears, who asks, Derek Grant, elite goal scorer? Answer: yes. Moving on. From our buddy at Laker Chris 26 on Twitter, saying, since the Anaheim Ducks are in first place in the Pacific Division currently, do you see the Ducks winning the division? I do not. That'd be great, but Vegas has been going off, and they aren't even at full strength right now.
Yeah,
right. Like they're
it's not even their final form.
Yeah, exactly, which is terrifying. Before they got hit with COVID, the Flames were still doing great, as much as they were on a bit of a losing skid there. And I feel like the only other contender would be the Edmonton Oilers, and they're they're very up in the air right now. I feel like they're on
a pretty bad skid.
Yeah, it's not great. What is a night or two ago, like a jersey was thrown on the ice and everything like that.
I mean, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, the Edmonton Oilers led the division, and as of right now, they are sitting in the wild card spot. It's not looking good right now in Oiler Nation. So but
like 6 straight losses or something. It's bad.
I would honestly put it more so on Vegas or Calgary, I think, to win the division. That Calgary take, I'm not trying to be biased with that, just with how play has been and everything like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Right now, they've been the better team. 100%.
Yeah, can you hear my voice going out?
I can. Yeah, so we'll wrap it up a little bit.
All right, we got one more question here, and this is from the live stream from our buddy Marcus from YouTube. If I put a hot dog wiener in a taco shell, is it a hot dog or a taco? Sorry, I just realized I don't think I let you answer the question, like a definitive question for the last one, or answer for the last one.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Sorry, I just realized that.
That's okay.
Question in a second, Mark.
I mean, I agree with you anyways. Like, this is a point, again, where I hope I'm wrong and that the Ducks do end up winning division, because that would be sick, but I just don't see it happening. Like,
yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I think they're going to be top 3 for sure. But number 1 it's hard to do. Hard sell. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? As long as you make the playoffs, anything can happen.
Exactly. Yeah. At that point, doesn't
wow,
matter.
my voice is really going. Holy shit.
Yeah. Hot dog taco.
I don't think
we don't have much time left.
I don't think it's ever gone like this actually on a show. Holy shit.
No, it hasn't. Yeah.
So yeah, if I put a hot dog wiener in a taco shell, asks Marcus, is it a hot dog or a taco? It's got to be a hot dog still, right?
I think so because
you're looking at the fillings of it, right? It's the hot dog. You can still put your ketchup and mustard. It's just something different you're putting it in, right? If you're to put like ground beef and cheese and lettuce, maybe some tomato in there, some sour cream, some salsa, but in a hot dog bun, I'm still calling that a taco because of the fillings.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, let's pretend that hot dogs are made out of beef. So ground beef and hot dogs, same ingredient. You can put cheese on your hot dog, cheese on your taco, ketchup on your hot dog. What's ketchup? Tomatoes. You put tomatoes on your taco. You can put onions on your hot dog. That's very similar to lettuce, thin, wispy things that come from, seeds. So really, I think hot dogs and tacos are the same thing. I think, you know what makes a taco? Taco seasoning.
Oh, yes.
You put taco seasoning on a hot dog, put it in a bun, ketchup, cheese, whatever. It's a taco because it's got taco seasoning.
I want to taste test now.
You put a raw dog in a taco shell, cheese, lettuce, tomato, whatever.
You probably have a felony.
Yeah. True. But yeah, we're done.
Come on, that was good.
Okay, we got some disagreement here, actually. Alley Cat's saying it's got to be a taco. If I handed you a taco with a hot dog in it, you would still recognize it as a taco. But if you asked for a hot dog and I gave that to you, it wouldn't make any sense.
See, but like, okay, initially you go, oh, it's a taco, but then you look and you go, oh, it's a hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Maybe it's just a new food. It's a hot taco.
If you put a hot dog in a hamburger bun, is it suddenly a hamburger? Right? Like, you see what I mean here?
I do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it goes into like a taco shell.
So what makes a taco is the taco seasoning. What makes a hot dog is the sausage-like thing.
Yeah, the wiener.
The wiener.
That's what it's called. It's a wiener.
Yeah. Call it what it is. Yeah.
Come on, we're not 12 here.
Yeah. And then I guess to answer your question, what makes a burger? That I don't know. I think anything.
A beef patty.
So if I put a beef patty just between two pieces of bread, like a sandwich, it's a burger.
Yeah.
It's a beef patty. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's just you just didn't have hamburger buns that day. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I've definitely been there. So.
Yeah, I have too. I've done tacos with, or not tacos. I've done hot dogs with just bread because I didn't have buns. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it still tastes good. Still tastes like a hot dog because you
honestly you can't tell the difference.
The main component is the filling. There you go. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Guy Fieri, I am open if you need a second hand for any of your shows. So
good to know. Well,
I'll even wear like the flaming shirt. I'll go all out. I'll do
get frosted tips.
I'll do the frosted tips again. Let's go.
Nice. Okay. All right, Nate. Where can they DM you pictures of their taco dog? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. You can follow me on Twitter at Tatenom. TateNhomas. How about this? You make fun of the fact that I'm losing my voice actually for like one of the first times on the show.
Yeah, that's.
I haven't lost my voice in forever.
Yeah,
this is rough.
You gotta go hydrate after this.
I do. The best thing for like a sore throat or that kind of thing actually is fun fact for you is you take 2 marshmallows. The gelatin in it is really nice on your throat. So,
I think I'm feeling a little sore as well. I have to go pop some marshmallows.
Okay, well you can come over. I got some in the cupboard here. So
perfect.
Yeah, girlfriend was making Rice Krispie Squares, so we got some marshmallows.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Before we go, okay. Yes. My girlfriend made Rice Krispie Squares the other day with the holiday Rice Krispies because it's Christmas time. What else?
They match too. That's great. Our girlfriends match. We got matching onesies, and they can make Rice Krispie Squares with the holiday Rice Krispies.
We can wear our onesies and eat their Rice Krispie Squares.
Exactly.
Together. It's perfect. Yeah. But yeah, she made the holiday ones, and we had some old candy canes left in like our tree decoration bag that we had from last year. And they're candy canes. They don't go bad, obviously. So I was like, I'm going to crush these up and you should put them in the Rice Krispie square. And oh boy, it was so good. Would recommend. Good. Candy cane Rice Krispie Squares. It's with the holiday Rice Krispies, obviously.
Yeah. So wait, like were they like melted in the thing, or was it like sprinkled on top?
No, they were like mixed in.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds good though. Yeah.
Yeah. So it like what the kind of dust that you get when you mash up candy canes, like kind of melted in with like the butter marshmallow thing. So it just all tasted like peppermint and candy cane, whatever. And sugar, as it does. And then there was like, some bigger candy cane pieces that
nice
were all in there as well. Give it some crunch.
Sounds good.
It's good stuff. Anyways, so you can send me how excited you are that you have now discovered peppermint candy cane Rice Krispie Square thing, whatever's. You can send me how excited you are about that to Carter_Potts, POTTS_97 on Twitter. As well, you can reach us at Quack Report Pod. Thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream. We will be recording again on Wednesday. You guys will hear us on Monday. In the meantime, go Ducks go, and we'll see you later.